Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new day of Road to TCG World 2019. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. I definitely was hoping to stream this past couple of days, but the maintenance really put a damper on that plan. Hopefully, you guys should be watching this on Thursday, so hopefully I'll be able to stream today. But just so much coaching and other activities makes it really difficult for me to be able to stream these few days, but I'm going to try and do my best to keep the videos rolling in for you guys every single day. So now we are going to be exploring another brand new deck that came out from the Unbroken Bonds series, which is Tapu Koko, Tapu Lele, Weezing spread. So we have Weezing at 120 HP, its ability Detention Gas. As long as this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, you put 1 damage counter on each of your opponent's basic Pokemon between turns. So with all of the tag teams, Detention Gas is going to be pretty powerful, putting extra damage on the field. And then we're going to have Splattering Sludge dealing 40 damage, and then this attack does 20 damage to each of your opponent's benched Pokemon that has any damage counters on it. So a really nice spreading strategy. The triple retreat cost can be a bit hefty for us, but we do have switching cards in Guzma and Escape Rope, and we are combining Weezing with Tapu Koko and its Flying Flip attack, which coincidentally deals 20 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon. So we have this very nice combination of damage to the bench and extra damage counters thanks to Detention Gas and also our 4 Shrine of Punishment, so that between turns we put 1 damage counter on each Pokemon GX and Pokemon EX on the field. We are not running any, so it won't hurt us, but it can only help us. Now, we have a Ditto acting as a 5th Koffing. We have Mr. Mime to stop players from playing Acerola with its ability Scoop Up Block. Your opponent's Pokemon that have any damage counters on them and any cards attached to those Pokemon can't be put into your opponent's hand no matter what. And then Cybolt dealing 20 damage, and flipping a coin to see if you can paralyze. Could maybe buy us a turn at some point. We also have Let Loose Marshadow. We have Oranguru to support the Pokemon that we have right now, and we have a Mew with its bench barrier ability. You prevent all damage done to your bench Pokemon by your opponent's attacks. Really nice ability, stops Stack Bolt in its tracks, and we do have Rescue Stretchers in case it does get target down, but hopefully that won't happen too often. And finally we have Psy Power, which puts 3 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon any way you like, continuing the spreading trend. Now we have finally 1 Tapu Lele with 110 HP and the attack Magical Swap, where we can move any number of damage counters on our opponent's Pokemon to the other Pokemon any way we like. So after we spread a couple of times, we can use Lele to just finish off whatever threats there are out there. Now, I'm not actually sure why counter gains are here. This is based on a Japanese list, but why would you want counter gain? Because any point you're behind, I mean, it does let you Psychic with Oranguru, but is that really why you would run 2 counter gains? That doesn't make much sense. That might have been a mistake on my part. So I'm gonna replace those for Pokégear just to increase the consistency of the deck. Yeah, we do have 4 Lillie, 4 Cynthia, 1 Erika. I might actually drop 1 Cynthia for Pokégear. No, I think we're gonna leave it at that. So supporter wise, we have the 4 Lillie, the 4 Cynthia, the 1 Erika, and the 1 Guzma. Items wise, we have 4 Nest Ball, 4 Mysterious Treasure, and 2 Ultra Ball. So a lot of Pokemon Search, very nice. And then we have the 2 Pokégear that you just saw I added to increase our chances of finding the right supporter at the right time, or just keep going through our deck and finding those energies that we really need. We have 4 spell tags, which go really nicely with Weezing and all the damage counter placement, because we do have a lot of psychic type Pokemons that we could end up losing, so spell tag will be pretty good here. Counter Catcher as well, to make sure that we are spreading properly, maybe try and trap something in the active and getting the most out of Weezing's attack. Double Escape Rope helps switching out, double Rescue Stretcher helps recovering the Pokemon and possibly making it so that we use a 6 Weezing game, or recovering a Tapu Lele that we lost early, a Mr. Mime that we lost early, a Mew, whatever else we might need. And finally 4 Shrine of Punishment to make sure that those high HP GXs can be taken down by the Weezing. 4 DCs and 4 Counter Energy round out the deck. I do not want to discard the changes I just made, so I generally don't know why Counter Gain was in there. Big mistake on my part. Okay, so there's the Weezing. We're gonna give this a try. I still have quite a few decks I want to give it a try and showcase on the channel, as well as update a lot of decks like Pigrom. I want to update Malamar. I want to update Zork, Lycanroc. Yeah, so we have quite a few decks to go through still. Hopefully on Thursday I'll be able to stream one of them, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay, so looking for an opponent. There was maintenance just happening earlier today, which is why I couldn't stream, and it seems like we are up against a lightning and fighting based deck, interestingly enough. Not sure what that is all about, so I would like to go first. I definitely would like to go first. Starting Oranguru, not a great starter, right? One of the worst starters possible. Well, I guess anything that's not Ditto, Koffing, or Koko is actually a bad starter. With Mew being not as bad as the other ones, but we are going first, which is pretty nice. We do seem to be up against Zapdos, so, and I do find the escape rope, so I'm pretty happy with that. I am going to go ahead and Ultra Ball these two cards, and I will go ahead and I mean, honestly, starting Oranguru in this matchup might actually not be that bad, purely because it's harder to take down. So let's go for the Ditto. Yeah, I don't want to play the escape rope right here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and Lillie for 5, and I get double Koffing and potentially a Tapu Koko. So I really can't ask for much more than this. Really nice setup. We have the follow-up, Erika's, and we're guaranteed to be able to use it because no matter what I top deck, I can play double Colorless Energy to go down to 5, or the escape rope, go down to 5, and then go Erika's and draw extra cards. So yeah, things are looking pretty good here. We are up against Zapdos Lycanroc. We are up against Zapdos Lycanroc here, so we'll see how that goes. An escape rope gets discarded, a Buzzle gets discarded. Presumably gonna establish a Jirachi here, I would imagine, right? Presumably we're gonna see a Jirachi. No, he sees their aura to make sure that my opponent can retreat that Zapdos, and my opponent immediately concedes. So maybe he misclicked, I'm not sure. But yeah, the ladder just got reset into Koko GX, and I believe a Volkner full art. So yeah, let's find an actual game, right? Let's definitely find an actual game. We got 30 points for that victory, meaning we got 75 coins that I cannot use in this account as well. But yeah, things are looking okay with the deck. I mean, we had a pretty solid turn 1. It's what you would love to see with this sort of deck, so hopefully that trend continues into the next game. I can see how this deck would definitely struggle against a Registart deck or a Pigrom deck that just keeps their bench space not very occupied, and like you're dealing 40 damage and they're just KOing every single turn. So you can see how that would be a big problem for the deck. Like, you wouldn't get enough damage counters in order to reduce or prevent the damage being dealt or being spread, and you wouldn't get to enough damage to get decent KOs with Tapu Lele's magical swap. Everyone going first, choose to bench an extra basic. You never need to do that. And wow, this is actually gonna be the mirror match. This is actually going to be the mirror match, where my opponent technically won't know. I mean, she could get an idea from the deck box. Now, is the right play to just not bench anything? Is that the right way to go about this? I probably want to bench one Koffing, right? Probably. I mean, the fact that we get the first spread could actually be or make a difference in this match. We'll have to see. My opponent does have the DC as well. Unsurprisingly, we're gonna see an Ultra Ball and either a clean Lillie or, yeah, I assume he doesn't have the Lillie because he's trying to instruct. He did discard the Energy Loto and the Mysterious Treasure. Will go for the Pokégear, so making those adjustments as well. And we see a Spell Tag, and then we're gonna see a Cynthia. So Spell Tag, doesn't matter where you are KO'd, right? Just when you are KO'd. So definitely gonna go ahead and do this, and then I guess I will establish one Koffing. I do have two of them prized, which really sucks, so I might as well establish the Ditto. There's no way my Ditto can't go down. And then I will Spell Tag the Ditto, because it will become a Weezing, therefore it will activate. And then I'm thinking this should be enough. Like, I could establish more Pokemon. Oh, you know what? Mew. Duh. I should have established Mew. Mew protects my bench. Why did you not do that, Pablo? That's very silly. That is actually very silly. I completely forgot about the Mew. I mean, I can't just find it next turn. I actually didn't pay attention on whether it was in there or not. And we're gonna see a Lillie for 2. Not a very strong follow-up for my opponent. There is the Weezing. So my opponent could go ahead and attack me with a Weezing. He would still deal 40 damage. Actually, Weezing deals 50 damage. Because it deals 40 to the active and then 10 to the bench Ditto with its ability, so it's actually just slightly better. Thankfully, we will be able to evolve here, which is nice. And then, yeah, all this places damage, so the Mew should be a good call here, right? And with this Mysterious Treasure, I'm gonna go ahead and discard the Lillie. I will search for another Koffing, right? And then I definitely wouldn't mind attacking with my own Weezing because I do apply weakness, right? And I also get extra damage on the bench, which is really nice. And I will be able to attack with the Weezing, so that's really nice. And I have my bench. Well, it's not protected from the ability, but it is protected from any spreads, which is perfectly fine by me. I will establish, however, the Oranguru because now I am the one that's dead drawing. I don't need to draw any extra cards right now, but I could consider doing that later. So I get the extra spread, a lot of extra damage on my opponent's side of the field, thanks to the ability. I mean, a lot of damage on my side of the field as well. Neither of us has taken a prize card. Finding a Guzma would be optimal for me. That way I could KO Weezing on the bench rather than over KOing it. Yeah, but my opponent will at max deal 90 damage. Like, I'm spreading 30 to the bench, whereas my opponent is only spreading 10 to the bench. So over the course of more turns, the damage will pile up to him a lot higher. We do see the Guzma, so my Mew will end up going down. I don't believe the damage from this Weezing will apply yet until next turn, right? And I immediately have the Rescue Stretcher, which is pretty nice. Always promote the Floatstone friend. And yeah, this is looking pretty okay. So, and my opponent doesn't have a Weezing to promote because he could combine the promotion plus the Spell Tag to KO the Mew or potentially KO Mew. But that's actually not gonna happen here, so I'll just get back the Mew. Oh, actually, I should have promoted the Weezing to get an extra damage counter. That was silly. I mean, I'll get a prize anyways. I'm getting 2 prizes anyways, but still, that was a mistake. Should have just promoted the Weezing. No reason not to. Should I let loose? I don't believe so. Just gonna establish another Koffing. The game's gonna come down to all the Weezing spreads and maybe preventing Weezing spread damage thanks to evolving into Koffing. Ooh, and that's just beautiful. I mean, actually it doesn't matter because he just promotes the Koffing and then the end result is the same, right? So let's just go ahead and attack here. He will be able to place 4 damage counters, probably KOing my Koko. I am okay with that because I'm trading 1 Koko for 2 potential, well, for 1 Weezing and a potential Weezing. My opponent very smartly targets the Mew. However, unless he has Counter Catcher or another Guzma, which I guess I would not be surprised to see that, my opponent will be able to get a KO this turn. But it wouldn't be a big deal because once again I would be preventing the damage, and then the ability is definitely stacking up for my opponent. We see the Pokégear. My opponent does find the Guzma, so goodbye poor Mew, right? Goodbye poor Mew. Does decide to bench another Koko, since the active one will definitely go down. Decides to retreat first, then will Guzma. Okay, now I am at 100% promoting the Weezing just to get the extra damage on this Oranguru and on this Koko. And it's also relevant on this Koko because then I can play the escape rope. But once again, it doesn't make a difference. Once again, it doesn't make a difference. So 10 more damage there, 10 there, 10 there. Yeah, it doesn't actually make a difference unless I found my Guzma, right? So I could try to find a Guzma here, and I do find it. So now I can target this guy and get 2 more prizes over here, which is really awesome. And I can definitely bench this guy. I can definitely Mysterious Treasure away the Lele. I don't think I'll be using Lele at all this game. And we will evolve, and then I will go and Guzma this guy. Promote my Koko, definitely not attacking with the Koko, that would be pretty silly. I will go ahead and instruct for 1, get a Pokégear, perhaps for next turn or perhaps for later. And then we'll Splattering Sludge, deal extra damage to the active, we get a KO on the Koko with the spread, we get a KO on the Oranguru with the ability in between turns, so we are now 2 prizes ahead. And I get to keep the escape rope in case my opponent tries to Counter Catcher, trap my Oranguru or any of my Weezings, probably the Oranguru, because the damage in between turns is still stacking up. And this is getting very close to being game, I would say, or I would like to imagine, right? My opponent is able to Erika for 6, pretty nice, pretty nice. And then stretchers back a Weezing line. Koffing Energy. And then sure, my opponent gets to spread here. But thanks to the escape rope, I believe that is, it's not game, but it's pretty much game, right? So I'll attach there, and then I will escape rope. I will be able to KO the Koffing, and I will be able to Lillie for 3 more, find myself another DC, which is nice. I can also discard these 2 useless cards at this point because I am going down to 1 prize. Find my 4th Weezing here. My fourth Weezing, and I will go ahead and Splattering Sludge, get a KO because of weakness, 20 more damage on the Koko, 10 more damage in between turns, and then no matter what happens to that Koko, that will be it. So honestly, this game came down to the Mew, right? The Mew and the double K on the Koffing, my opponent was not able to prevent that one from going down. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what our next game shows us from this deck. Pretty nice. The deck is flowing well. We're setting up very nicely. And I hope we can play against a deck that applies a little bit more pressure in this upcoming game. So yeah. We shall see what happens here now. So looking for our next opponent. Lightning and Psychic, so probably Pikarom, maybe Weezing Koko as well. Are we up against another Weezing Koko deck? And my opponent's in silo. We actually end up mulliganing a pretty awesome hand and drawing into a very underwhelming one, not gonna lie. Right, a very, very underwhelming one because of the Erikas. If Erikas was any other supporter, this would be okay-ish. Ooh, so we see Koko and I top deck Cynthia. So do I even want to attach the Counter Energy? Honestly, I don't think so. This is awkward. I'm gonna let loose. Because Cynthia for 6 versus Cynthia for 6. Like, if I'm trying to win the game, I probably need to draw a much better hand. And this is not a much better hand. Oh my gosh. This is actually an awful hand. So I'm gonna spell deck the active, and then I'm not gonna Erika's for 1. Wow, that was a much worse hand. That was actually a much worse hand. So it is Turbo Pikarom. There's the Koko Prism. There's Koko GX. My opponent will be able to Lillie for 6, so the let loose definitely not affecting him. I'm hoping he draws into a lot of Pokeballs. And I mean, as long as I find a DC off of this Erika's, I'm gonna be happy, right? Well, if my Koffing survives, right? Which, if my opponent goes for Zeraora, it might not. Wow, he fails? Huh, he fails that second Nest Ball. If my opponent had Zeraora, if my opponent actually had Zeraora, I have to imagine he would have grabbed it, and then with an energy switch, we would have been in a lot of trouble. But anyways, I'll grab the Ditto, and then I'll go ahead and evolve. I will be able to start applying some damage. This was probably a mistake. I should have been a Koffing. I will be able to instruct for 1. Oh, which is actually the DCE. So I'm able to do 40 damage, and then detention gas, is able to put some extra damage on these Pokemon. If my opponent had benched this Zeraora, I would have drawn the DC naturally, making me a lot more confident in my play. Then we see the Ultra Ball here, discarding Cynthia and Psychic. What a luxury for my opponent to just be able to discard all of his supporters. Not bad at all. But it seems like we are going to be able to get a hefty amount of damage in play. That usage of Koko doesn't feel very good, right? Doesn't feel very good. Yep, the Ditto gets picked off, so I lose the spell tag, but definitely worth it, right? I would say it was definitely worth it because I found the DC. So, I mean, not happy about losing the Ditto, but then I top deck Cynthia, so I am very happy about that. Should have been a Koffing because then I would have been able to place 4 damage counters, and I could have just treasured back the Koffing. So, definitely a bit of a misstep there by me. I will end up counter energying the Oranguru, and then no reason to Counter Catcher or escape rope the Zapdos when it's actually probably the bigger threat with what's currently on the field. Now we see the Pikarom, we see the attachment, and we see the Cynthia. We do see the Cynthia, we see an Acrobike. Really gonna be... It's gonna be interesting if my opponent just doesn't bench a Zeraora. We see an energy switch from the active to the benched Pikarom. And we're gonna get let loose, so not a big deal as long as I draw something, right? Our hand was okay, not the best, not the worst. This is an okay hand as a follow-up because we can instruct for 3 potentially, and I also get a Pokégear, so the Pokégear is definitely a big deal, and it's a really nice card to get. And I also have my Shrine. So then I'll go ahead and Pokégear now and grab a Cynthia. That's perfect. So I think establishing another Koffing is a good idea here over having the Weezing in my hand. I still have 2 Weezings and my Rescue Stretchers. And then I don't think I'll be able to thin my hand after a Cynthia, so might as well instruct now. I do find a Counter Energy which I can attach to the Koffing, and I do find a decent decent combination of cards. Is there anything I want to nest ball for right now? Probably not. We don't know if my opponent is actually playing Ace Earl or not. He might be. So there might be merit to the Mr. Mime. And then establishing another Weezing makes it so that... Wait, can I even? I can't, right? Yeah, no, I can't. I was thinking about, like, when this Weezing gets knocked out, so I would have a good promotion. I only get one prize card here, not a big deal. There is a lot of damage getting put into play by the Shrine, by my ability, and then soon to be my spell tag. And then Oranguru really threatens the Pikachu and Zekrom as well, right? Nest balling for Mew could also be pretty important to prevent a double KO from the Tack Bolt. The Stadium does get replaced, that's fine by me. I do need to thin anyways, in order to draw cards with Oranguru, right? I guess if I wanted to attack with Oranguru this turn, I would have to promote it. Okay, I mean, my Counter Energy is definitely activated, and my opponent does power up the Pikachu and Zekrom right here. So the 4 damage counters definitely gonna be on the active, right? Yeah, because I want to delay the Koko GX getting KO'd for a long time. Yeah, I guess I'll just end up spreading here. Yeah, I'm more confident. Like, I don't feel confident in finding another energy here, so I don't want to commit to Oranguru. That's the thing. Yeah, that's the biggest thing here. So I will... The Counter Catcher, not a big deal. I will nest ball. Oh, there's no Mew, however. There is no Mew available. Jeez. There's no Mew available. Okay. So bench that guy. And then definitely gonna evolve this. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, I have Ultra Ball, it doesn't matter, but that was so silly. That was actually so silly. There was no reason not to evolve the active, and I actually should have held the Weezing, because now my opponent gets 2 Weezing KOs rather than just 1. Oh well. Do I want to discard one of my shrines to draw 3 cards? I believe I do. I will not find anything. That was very silly. Ugh. Okay, and then I will instruct for 3. Escape rope, does that really help me at all? Probably not, right? No, I want maximum damage on this GX. I do find a TCG, so I can't retreat, but I will keep the TCG in my hand. Yeah, this is fine, because I get 3 prizes from the bench guys, and then Oranguru just finishes off the Pikachu and Zekrom. I guess evolving into Weezing actually makes a lot more sense now, because of the threat of the Pigrom. Like, if my opponent just idly goes for the Tack Bolt and KOs both Weezings, then I immediately win. If he goes for the Oranguru, then I'm not gonna win next turn, but I will probably just end up winning soon. I will get let loose yet again, though. I will get let loose for a 2nd time. That is another easy-ish prize card. I have a bunch of cards that are useful. My deck is relatively thin as well. The Counter Energy is definitely one of the non-useful cards, however. Definitely one of the not very useful cards. I have 2 turns to find a DCE or find just more ways to spread. Eventually my Counter Energies will work. And there's Attack Bolt, KOing Weezing, and going after the Oranguru. So my opponent knows what's up. Definitely knows what's up. Definitely gonna promote the Weezing just to get extra damage on the field. It's now 2 damage counters per in between turns thanks to the Stadium. We've only seen 1 Stadium by my opponent. And then I definitely think I just Lele for 2 here. Okay, so I'm gonna keep these 2 cards. There's no way my opponent can get 2 prizes in 1 turn. And then the Lele will be able to finish off the Pikarom, no matter where it goes. So as long as we don't see a 3rd let loose or a judge, I believe we will be able to win this game. Right? I believe we will be able to win this game. We see an Ultra Ball, discarding Order Pad and Choice Band, so it is the Order Pad. Lele for Lillie, so we should be fine here. We should be fine. My opponent might try to attack with like a Zapdos or something, but it doesn't matter. I have the Counter Catcher and I have my Lele, so I am perfectly okay here. Lele's Psywave attack will be the game winner here. Deals 120 damage to a Pikarom. My opponent will get a knockout, that is okay. Well, actually, I believe he only played 1. Oh no, he did play 2 Electro Powers. That is perfectly okay. We'll promote the Koko, very valuable with its free retreat. And then we will go ahead and Counter Catcher the Pikarom. And then bench this guy, attach an energy, go ahead and retreat, and side wave for the game. Well played to my opponent. That was intense. That was intense. Missing those DCs later in the game could have been very, very costly, but it ended up working out nicely for us. We beat a tier 1 deck with this. This would probably be a very nice budget deck, I would say. Very interesting deck to play as well, very fun. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this showcase. That will be all for the Weezing video, but I'll definitely see you guys next time in another video. As you can see, I have a lot of start decks. I have a lot of decks that I want to go through still, so content will still be coming your way. Don't forget to leave a like. The support in the channel has been amazing since Unbroken Bonds hit. I'm trying to reciprocate with daily videos, with interesting decks, good gameplay. I know the Zora Greninja deck on YouTube got a lot of bad comments. My list was definitely not optimal. You guys have to remember that I built that list like right off the bat immediately after the set came out, so definitely room for improvement. So you can expect an updated version as well of that. And yeah, that will be all for today. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.